What's going on, guys? Welcome back to this Halloween episode of Home Built Workshop. Haley's back with me in the shop today for this awesome project. Today we are going to make this really awesome Halloween jack-o'-lantern inspired pumpkin that lights up. You are not going to want to miss this one. Make sure you stick around all the way to the end. It's going to be a good one. So before we can start cutting any wood, we need a template, and we spent a little bit of time at the computer and made a small mock-up of the design that we think we wanted to use.
Now we shall cut him out.
With our little mock-up complete, we scaled it up to about a 24 by 24 size, printed this out. Now we need to jigsaw puzzle tape this guy together.
Tape it like this way?
Yeah.
Right there. Perfect.
Now we've got our giant jack-o'-lantern jigsaw puzzle together. Boy, that's a mouthful. Try to say that all at once. Giant jack-o'-lantern jigsaw puzzle.
Giant jack-o'-lantern jigsaw puzzle.
So now we'll just take a couple of quick measurements before we start cutting and gluing up our boards.
23. Stop moving it.
So to make our pumpkin, we're going to use the last few pieces of this reclaimed cedar fencing. Thank you again, Jody, who donated this fence to the shop. I appreciate it. This is going to use up all of it. I'm pretty sure we have just enough. We've got to be careful with our cuts, and this is going to get done. First thing I want to do is plane this down just to clean up the back. I want to have a nice flat reference surface when we glue this thing up. So you ready to fire up the planer?
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it. Just stops and slow stop. Now these boards aren't going to be completely flat even though they're planed, because I'm only planing them on one side. I mainly want the one side to be nice and clean so that they all sit at the same level when we clamp them up later. Now we'll just make a few quick measurements and we can start cutting these pieces down at the table saw. In order to maximize my usage from these boards, I had to rip a few of them down on the table saw to avoid some cracks and splits. Now I'm just going to do a quick double check by laying the pieces out on the template. I want to make sure that I have enough pieces cut for a front and back panel.
So now that we have our boards cut, we are going to glue them together with some wood glue. Finally!
When you're working on a project like this, it is imperative that you make goofy noises while squirting glue. There you go.
Ah!
A little more. Rip it on your foot. All right, now we're just gonna clamp this down, just using a couple of pipe clamps for this guy.
So now we're going to repeat that process to glue up the front panel.
While those glue ups are drying, we decided to prepare our template to cut them out. We decided that the stem on our template may be a little bit too skinny and we didn't want it to break off, so we decided to draw that in just a little bit wider.
So the next step is to cutting the paper out so we can cut it onto the wood. Removing some of the excess paper is very easy. You pretty much have to cut on the line where you are going to be and then go away from the line and cut a piece of paper off. He's big for a Halloween decoration, I think. Honestly, let me know in the comments. So anyway, now that I've cut it out, we're going to glue it onto the wood and cut it out on the wood shape on the actual line.
Nailed it! I'm going to attach the template to the panel that we glued up, just using some regular old spray glue. And now I can begin cutting on our pattern. I'll start this off on the bandsaw. This works really well to remove the outer portion, and for the inner portion, I'm just going to use a jigsaw. He's awesome! Oh, this is going to be so cool. Now I'm going to spend just a few minutes smoothing up the edges. I'm going to use this piece as a router template, so right now I want to get it as smooth as possible. Now using that front piece as a template, we're going to trace around the outside edge so I can remove the material from the back panel. This will make it much easier when it comes time to route this thing flush. Perfect. In order to add some thickness to this piece, I'm going to cut a whole bunch of blocks that I can glue in place. Now something like a 2x4 or 2x6 would have been a lot easier, but I don't have any on hand, but I do have a whole lot of thick scraps, so I'm just going to cut them all down into little blocks and glue them in place. In order to speed up the process of gluing all of these blocks in place, I'm using a combination of wood glue for long-term strength and CA glue for quick holding power so that I don't have to wait until the wood glue sets up. The CA glue that I'm using was provided to me by Starbond. If you guys are interested in getting some Starbond adhesives, there's an affiliate link in the video description. This was probably the longest part of the whole build, but it worked out okay. So now with all that crazy blocking in place, our pumpkin is looking a little jaggedy. We're going to clean that up on the bandsaw. I'm going to cut as close to this outer edge as I can without touching it. It's really made it a lot more rigid too. That really made a big difference. Now to trim these edges down, I've got a flush trim bit in my router table. I'm starting out with a very small bit. I want to remove just a small piece, try to nibble away. I'll change bits as necessary so that I don't take this whole bite, because with some of these the grain is going different ways, so I want to be very careful with how I approach this and just take small passes to avoid it catching and tearing out or possibly even breaking. Now I'll drill some screw holes and screw the back panel in place, and then I can route that flush as well. And now we sand. Once I sand it all lightly, I'll just put a small round over on the front and back. So I'm doing some of the hand sanding right now by myself because I want to reduce the amount of splinters. This wood is so dry and splintery. There are a ton of splinters, so I'm just knocking down those edges, getting everything as smooth as possible before I move on to the finishing. All right, kiddo, what do you think? Pumpkin Man has his face. He's all together. Let's take him apart and get some finish on him. What do you think?
Take him apart?
Yes, take him apart.
Ow. Oh my No, it doesn't. It doesn't. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. What? Why is Pumpkin Man all grizzled inside?
He's all grizzled?
Look.
Well, that's how I glued all the blocks in, isn't it? I think it looks kind of cool.
Nah. It looks kind of strange.
So Hayley has chosen to paint the inside of the face. I'm going to paint the back. We're just going to use some regular old house paint. It's nothing special, but it should hold up really well. Let's get some paint on this dude.
Just so you know, use white paint so that it reflects well. If you're at a work table, make sure that you don't spill it. Use your best, but
Use your best what? Craftsmanship?
Craftsmanship
Yep.
to not spill it.
Woo. Hey Hayley,
What?
this is hard work, you know what?
What?
Candy break!
Ah!
It is Halloween after all.
Yeah. It is Halloween.
So now we've got the inside of the pumpkin all painted. We're just going to let this dry overnight, and then tomorrow we'll work on applying the clear coat and get this guy lit up. We're just going to apply some water-based spar urethane to the outside. I believe the paint on the inside is going to protect that enough, and this is going to protect our pumpkin pretty well.
Trade? Hey, Dad.
Hey, what?
Candy break!
Candy break!
So now that the finish is on the pumpkin, we can put the haunted living lights on. They're LED, like.
We've got these battery-operated LED lights that we actually picked up last year when we did our Halloween project from last year. If you haven't seen that one, link down below in the description. But we also picked these up at the same time.
And here in a minute, once we're done with this project, we're gonna turn off the lights and let it show.
I'm not sure why I had such difficulties getting these lights opened up.
What in the world? Get off there, little guys. Against the spring.
Before beginning installation, we first had to put some nice new batteries in.
No, they're already on. Look at that. To install these lights, we're just going to hot glue it in. I'm going to start with the control box. I think I'm going to put it right here so that we can just reach through his eye and turn these on.
It's Light City.
It is Light City.
It's Light City, y'all! See, Dad? Here, I'll hold it down right there for you.
All right, thanks, kiddo.
And now it's just a matter of holding the lights in place with some masking tape and then hot gluing it all down.
All right, I believe we have everything secured. Let's put the back on. Oh, I like him already, just like that. Look how cool he is. The last thing we need to do is attach some way for him to hang. I think this chain is gonna work really good. We'll use these little teeny eye hooks right into the top. Should work really well. All right, we're just gonna thread this little dude in here.
Woo, 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 woo. Woo, woo, woo.
There we go. There's only one thing left to do. It's awesome! Look how awesome it is!
These little battery-operated LEDs are way brighter than it seems like they're going to be, and they have several different flashing patterns, so you can find one that you like the most. Really, I like all of them.
Oh, it is so cool. Hi, bud.
So there you have it, guys. Let us know down below in the comments what you thought of this project. Hayley, what did you think of this project?
He was kind of cool because he lights up.
This thing turned out way better than I even imagined it was going to. It looks awesome. I really like that weathered wood look, and then with that orange light from behind, it just looks so cool. I'm really happy with the way this thing turned out.
So thanks a lot for watching, guys. We hope you had fun enjoying this project now.
If you enjoyed this video, give it a big old thumbs up. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and also ring that notification bell so that you get notified when we upload new videos.
Happy Halloween!
Happy Halloween! Sawdust in a workshop? Are you kidding me?
No, that's not real. Sawdust in a workshop? How is that?
How is that even possible? Is he not the coolest jack-o'-lantern you've ever seen? Shut. You know what we do not have to do with wood glue?
What?
We don't have to shake well before using. No shaking wood glue. You don't need to.
Shake it!
Oh wait, not that. Alright, I'll do this one, you do the rest.
I'm a pumpkin. I didn't get any glue on this time, me surprisingly.
You didn't?
This time. No, I didn't.
Man, you are a professional. I'm not a professional, I'll tell you that. I still get gluey.
Really? You are a professional.
Thanks, kiddo.
If your shoe ever falls off, go without it. Maybe not in a wood shop, but...